All right, we are live. Welcome everybody to episode 6 of
So
Plot
now can I yell about
Hunters.
my cat's asshole?
Thanks for starting our stream with that.
I got you. I got you.
Another
Yes.
history with that.
Okay. So, before we start off, I do have a wonderful announcement. We are pleased to announce that Plot Hunters is now part of the Nerdsmith Network. It's a really great community of tabletop RPG focused creators. If you go to nerdsmith.org, you can find a variety of TTRPG focused podcasts, interviews, and now us. So, special thanks to the directors of Nerdsmith for inviting Plot Hunters to be a part of your community.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay. It's funny because I have my DM screen up in front of my monitor, so I can't see PB. I can see half your face.
You gotta go shut people.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
I can hear your voice. Okay, so where you last left off, the adventurers made their way to the walled town of Vallaki and spent the night at the Blue Water Inn. In the middle of the night, they suddenly found themselves under attack by werewolves and direwolves, and a giant swarm of bats. The local ravens, with some were ravens. That's hard to say. Were ravens, among them, flew out and assaulted the bat swarm, and a massive aerial battle took place over the skies above the inn. Below, the two werewolves broke into the stables, with one of them rushing straight to the back of the stables and into the inn proper, possibly seeking Irina sleeping upstairs. The other one attacked Varen inside the stables, and Varen decided to mount the werewolf and jam a silver fork down its throat. Miota flew outside the stables and around the building to Irina and Ismark's room to check on them, and encouraged Irina to hide under the bed in the room next to theirs, leaving Ismark to guard her. Then Miota flew up into the sky to join the ravens in the fight against the bat swarm, tossing some oil and lighting a handful of bats and possibly some ravens on fire. But it was not enough to reduce the swarm. Outside, Cruz and Alina attacked the two direwolves that accompanied the werewolves. Alina decided to leave Cruz to handle the direwolves on his own and chase after the werewolf that was seeking Irina. Cruz held his own to the best of his ability, but fell unconscious during the fight against the direwolves. Thankfully, Rictavio showed up and aided the fight by tossing Varen his silvered sword, and healing Cruz. They were able to dispatch the direwolves. Alina defeated the direwolf inside the inn and beheading it behind the bar, and then rushed out to help Varen kill the werewolf that she was riding. Happily riding. That is pretty much, we defeated both werewolves. So where you are right now is everybody but Mira is at the back of the inn, or at the back of the stables outside. You've got the one body of the werewolf and the two bodies of the direwolves around you. Octavio is there with you, and Mira, you are more towards just out the front of the inn. Around you, you pretty much just see just a scattering of mostly bat bodies. The ravens have managed to kill quite a few bats. There's probably about, the swarm's probably down about a quarter the size it was, but there are scattered a few raven bodies, and you do see at least one raven body that looks charred. So what would you guys like to do?
Damn it!
Oh, at this point, yeah, at this point you do hear warning bells finally start to ring, and it seems like it's coming from the gates in the north.
About time.
This all happened pretty fast. Like, this has all been within like a couple minutes.
I would like to recover my fork from my werewolf and loot it.
Okay. As you crawl over to recover your fork, your leg wound is burning real bad. You kind of limp over there, reach in. You manage to get the fork out without cutting yourself. You notice that Rictavio, he sort of also kind of stands up slowly from his injury, and he places a palm against his chest, says a few words, and you see a slight glow come from his hands. And then afterwards, he kind of takes a deep breath, and he looks at you, Varen, and he says, "Did the werewolf get you?"
He did. Give me a sec. I take my hand, I put it over my chest, and I try to mimic the same words.
You mimic the words? What do you say?
I do as close, like I say whatever he said, and match it as closely as I can.
Okay, so
Like I just make the same sounds he made.
okay. And he just kind of blinks at you like, okay. Nothing happens. There's no glow, sadly. And your leg is still throbbing like hell.
It didn't work.
And he's like, I'm not surprised. Here. And he goes over to you and he places a hand on your chest as well. Like, not on your chest, but like
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah. I got you.
Uh,
Sternum.
and
Get some good sternum action.
yeah. And he says the same words, and you, the same glow, you feel this warmth kind of rush through you, and it seems to kind of rush through you and center on your wound. It doesn't close the wound, but the burn has gone away. It still hurts like
Thank
hell,
you.
but
Oh my god, that's so nice. Thank you. Fork?
yes, may I have my sword back?
Oh yeah, that was yours. There you go.
He puts it back into the actual cane sheath.
Pretty sword.
Thank you. It's very useful,
Very
as you
useful.
found. All right, what is everybody else doing?
Well, do I have to, if I got scratched by the werewolf, does that like...
You were fine. I think I did have you.
I took 4 points of damage.
Yeah, I think I did have you make a save and you made it, so you should be
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I believe Varen was the only one who didn't.
Oh yeah, did I find anything interesting on the werewolf, like money or equipment?
As you look at the search the werewolf, you notice that he is completely naked,
Oh.
and there is no equipment whatsoever, no armor, nothing.
Oh god, I can't believe I rode a naked werewolf.
As opposed to a werewolf with clothes.
Yes.
What is everyone else
Okay.
doing?
I'm gonna have.
Should we
Mira
probably head
try-
back?
Oh, I'm gonna have cause like Mira's very sad about the raven. She's gonna try and like use healing hands on it to see if it like cannot be charred and alive.
Healing hands. The raven is completely dead, so I don't believe that healing hands will have much of an effect on it.
Revivify, let's go.
Oh, no.
On the raven.
Again,
Probably
the
the
bells
bucket
start ringing, continue ringing from the north. And you do still hear the ravens and the bats going at it.
Can I take the werewolf body that's inside and take it out?
Yeah, where are you gonna drag it?
It's just outside. I don't fucking know. Just a head under my arm and by the leg of the rest of the body.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Cogwhistle. You're just gonna are you dragging it outside, back through the...
Yeah, like the
stables?
head under one arm and just dragging it by the leg, I guess.
Okay.
Body.
So
Oh.
Alina goes back in and drags out the head under the arm like a bowling ball. Just, you're covered in gristle at this point. Like, it's just blood everywhere.
Just
And-
throw it.
And the body, and just toss it. You're just gonna toss it outside?
Yeah, just toss it outside.
Okay. You toss the two naked bodies, one missing a head. Well, their head's there, but it's not attached. Out there. You also have the two bodies of the dire wolves just laying there.
I'm gonna ask Rictavio if he knows who these people are. That we saw them, tell them that we saw them leaving the town, or like close to the town. They said they were like fur merchants. I don't know if he came across them.
He says, I did not come across these people, but, well, fur merchants aren't unknown about these parts, but neither are werewolves. It was probably best that you dispatched of them. Werewolves around here serve Strahd, so we can only assume that he had sent them
Okay. Then I'm just gonna throw the body out and get
here.
just whatever.
Alright.
So we should probably let them know that the threat is taken care of, so they stop waking people up.
Oh yeah.
The guards, or...
Can I like go toward the ringing bells?
Okay. It's gonna be, you're gonna be traveling north through the town. Anybody else going?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Should
I'm gonna go
we?
to
Should we like pick up the heads and just bring them with us instead of just bringing them back? I don't
Sure,
know.
grab one. Grab a head.
I'm gonna grab like both heads and like by the hair.
Alina gets a head. Cruz gets a head. Everybody gets a head.
Cruz is fine without a head.
Okay, so just Alina's dragging the one head along. Mira, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go back to Irina and her brother.
Okay, you're going to head back. You're kind of with where the ravens are. You're about like a block ahead of the inn, like kind of around the corner. As you come back around towards the inn, out of an alleyway, you are approached by a gentleman with very pale skin, long, stringy, kind of greasy looking blonde hair. He's wearing kind of almost like a fuchsia colored velvet suit. Very nice, very trim, except for it looks very heavily aged. And he smiles at you with a fanged smile.
No shit.
Oh, fuck.
Fly away. Are you sure? Wait, you still out?
And he
Do we hear
says,
that?
"Greetings. Where are you headed?"
Away from you.
Not here anymore.
Are you now? Let's see.
Edward?
What are we going to do? Actually, let me double check this real quick because I need to remember.
Oh no, no.
Wait, were you like around us, or did
No,
you?
she
No,
was-
I was on the other side.
She was on
Oh,
the other
shit.
side. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Ooh, okay.
You got this. You got this, baby. You got this.
14.
Oh,
No,
so close. So close.
Was the DC 15? Oh my god.
Mira, you feel almost as if a cloud has lifted from your mind and you recognize the person before you. It's Escher, your friend, your old friend. And Escher looks at you and he places a hand on your cheek and he says, "It's so good to see you again. Will you help me? I need a favor."
Of course, friend.
Okay, and he says, "I would like you to go back into the inn and bring me Irina. Can you do that for me?"
Did we all already leave?
I think so, yeah. We did.
Yeah, we did.
Is it?
Should have looked for me, right? Why we?
Please help me.
She was trying to raise a bird from the dead.
She was busy.
Yeah.
Wait, is Rictavio there?
Rictavio's with you guys.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah, I
Yes.
was alone.
Yeah, she was by herself at the front of the inn.
ooh.
So we're just walking away. Okay.
Yep.
There's nothing, there's
Yep.
nothing we
Yeah,
can-
basically you guys are walking in like the opposite direction from her.
there's
Bye,
nothing
Mira.
we can do.
So
Yeah,
make,
like I don't think we hear it. Unless we hear it, we can't do anything.
make a
Yeah.
perception check. I'll let you guys make perception checks.
Ooh,
Okay.
Please don't
ooh,
go.
ooh, ooh.
Nope.
Notice I'm gone.
Oh,
I got a non-natural 20.
Wait, I got an 18. 18.
18. Okay. I would say, Cruz, you're the only one who really notices Mira. As you guys kind of turn away, you look back along the road, and you do see her kind of at the corner of your eye, and you just see her talking to someone out around the corner, and that's it. But you don't see who she's talking to. And she seems happy. She's smiling.
That's suspicious.
Happy right after we
Not
go.
really from Mira.
Yes.
She's pretty cheerful.
Mira is
Oh,
happy. What's
should we
wrong?
Go get her? Should we go get her? She should probably come with us. Let's go get her.
I mean, hang on. I'm a
I got an 18. Do I notice this? too?
probably.
No, Cruz is the only one who he got a 20.
Like,
Well, I'm
Probably
gonna
not
tell
like-
everyone, all right.
but like
Okay.
she seems fine.
I
Should
mean, but
probably go
we
get
don't.
her so we don't split up the party, you know.
Yeah, you
it's-
know, I
guess-
prefer if we traveled in groups.
I feel like
We
if
don't know
there's
who
more
she's talking
werewolves
to.
out there, we should be careful. We don't know.
Why don't we
if-
go check and see if she's
Let's
okay
go.
after this
Let's just
battle?
go- Yeah, let's just go check and see. So-
Just go check in on us.
I
Hey, how
still,
you
have,
doing?
I still have a head in my hand, by the way.
So you guys are
Uh,
discussing this.
Let's go.
As you're discussing this, Mira, Escher
Let's
gives you
go.
asks
We're going.
you to go get Arena, and then you see him step back, and he kind of fades into a mist. And the mist kind of dissipates before you.
I just call out Mira. You want to come talk to the guards with us?
I gotta move my screen because I need to see BB.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll pick up my screen later if I need it.
Okay, I just gotta do something real fast.
What are you gonna do?
What?
You should get to the
My
guards. There might be more werewolves out.
I met my friend Escher.
Who?
Escher, you know,
Usher?
we met him before. I think maybe I did before, but yeah, my friend Escher wanted me to get Irina. Maybe he knows her.
How does he know Irina?
What did Escher look like?
Yeah.
Blonde, really tattered clothes, but I think in this economy,
Maybe
yeah.
maybe we shouldn't
Some
get
weird
Irina.
thing.
Maybe we should.
Yeah, let's go.
Did you say fangs?
Yeah, you know, like
No, we're not doing that.
Can I like slap her?
If you want to make an attack.
Just backpack slap
Well,
her.
actually, Miata, are you going to allow her to just slap her, or you want to have her make an attack?
I trust my friends.
You just take the slap.
I'm not gonna ask her. I'm just gonna do it without wording.
All right, you slap her.
Yeah.
And
Should I roll my? Wait.
I don't think you roll for. I don't think you roll for an arm attack. I think it's just 1 plus strength.
Yeah, it's just. I got unarmed strike.
How hard are you gonna hit her? Is the question here,
Oh,
because it can just be a nice little slap, or it can be an actual.
Hard enough to see if she if something to cause a couple points of damage, but not to break her jaw or something.
Oh my god! Well, roll an attack to see how hard you actually managed to hit her.
What do you want me to? A D20?
Yeah, just and your strength.
Oh, a D20 and my strength.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 14.
Okay, you strike her pretty well. I would say roll 1d4 damage.
1d4. That's gonna be 4.
Okay. Oh wow, that's actually okay. That's a pretty hard strike. So Miata, she strikes you, and it's almost hard enough just to knock you down. How do you react?
Mira's just gonna hold her cheek, and she's gonna start crying.
Oh no!
You did.
Okay. Can I make a perception check to see if she's
Enthrall.
she said okay, first she said she met a guy with fangs that wants to get Irina, and we all know Irina is sought after by Strahd, so it's not
Okay.
I would say you can make an Arcana check to see if you can see if
So
there's anything magic.
so Mira,
that's
do you see what the problem is with a fanged person wanting Irina when we know that there is a very powerful vampire out there who wants her? Do you see the problem with that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna beg. This is
It's
not
just my friend, and they maybe could help us. We don't know anything.
I'm gonna grab her by the shirt and be like, how long has he been your friend?
I don't know.
Where did you
2
meet
minutes.
In the alley.
Before this, when did you meet him?
I don't know.
I'm just grabbing her by the shirt. Look at me. Look at me.
Okay. Okay.
Just shaking her.
I don't have to.
Okay. So Mira, tell me what. We're gonna not do what he wants us to do. I understand that he's your friend, but we're outvoting you here, and we're gonna go tell the guards that it's safe now, okay? Let's go.
Miata, Escher's desires trump everything. You want only to do as he asked you to. He is your dearest friend, and you are compelled to go get Irina and bring her to him.
Did I knock her unconscious?
Oh my god. Well,
Oh my god.
how many hit points you got, Mira?
I have 14.
I mean, I think she'll be fine if one of us just picks her up.
Wait, that's without the. Did you subtract the 4 hit points I took?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're gonna try and knock her out, roll an attack.
Is non-lethal damage a thing in 5e?
Yeah, you can. If you state that you want to do non-lethal damage, you can do non-lethal damage.
It's gonna be 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
What do I?
How are you
wanna-
gonna knock her unconscious?
I just want to hit her with the back of the sword, on the temple. Just not. I don't want to kill her. I just want to
Already?
knock her unconscious.
Okay. What is your sword damage usually?
The short sword is 1d6 plus 3.
Okay, so I'll do the same kind of damage, but it'll be bludgeoning instead of slashing.
Okay, so 1d6. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a 5.
That's a 5. So you smack her against against the back of the head, and she just falls forward. Like she's on the ground crying, and you're just hitting her with a sword.
Oh my god.
Mira, you fall to the ground. You see a burst of like lights in front of you, and you have no idea what the hell happened. You're still conscious though.
Oh shit! Try it
So
again.
all you know is that these people that you thought were your friends are beating the shit out of you, but it is the only thing that you can really think about is wanting to do what Escher says.
I pick her up.
Quick question. Can I reflavor a like a non-lethal unarmed strike to be like hitting pressure points to knock her out?
Sure.
All right. Here we go. That definitely hits.
I'm
Sounds
just
like right now.
After her like falling and like not going unconscious, I'm like, I tried.
A smack
my
with the back
God.
of the sword. Oh, she's still conscious. Well,
Okay, hang on. Gotta find the D4. It's D4. Okay. So Mira takes. Hold up. Sorry. 8 non-lethal damage.
Just wailing on her, huh?
Yeah, fuck me
Are you
up.
still up? Are you still up?
That should be enough to like get her
Uh,
to 0. I
Yeah,
think.
I'm still up. I think I would add 6 more health.
Oh shit.
Wait, hold up. Because Alina hit you for 5, right?
I hit. Yeah.
So that should put you at 9.
Oh yeah, so for 5.
So you're at 1 health.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna do one
just
more.
Flicker. Just flicker.
yes.
And then
So Varen
It
strikes
hits.
you. Varen strikes you again, and you see another burst of stars, and now like everything's kind of like
Ooh,
going like
that's
this in your
9
vision.
non-lethal damage.
Oh my god!
Ooh.
And she's wait. How are you striking? Are you tapping her in the temple, or just?
Yeah, it's pretty much like I'm just pretty much doing like some kind of Vulcan shit where I just like pinch the back of her neck and she falls.
Oh yes. So you give her the Vulcan neck pinch, and everything goes black, and she is unconscious.
Okay. Well,
She's gonna have one hell of a bruise from from the beating tomorrow.
Well, Alina's like no bullshit. Like she's like, this is a problem. Let's take it out.
how long do I think this is gonna last on Mira?
You do not know. I
Okay.
mean, she's unconscious, so we'll see.
Alright, bro.
Well-
let's just. Well, do you guys want me to stay with Irina since we know like
I think we should move Irina and have her somewhere else.
If
so
she-
that
Yeah.
if she's out right now though?
If
Like
we-
there's no vampires can get into the inn because they haven't been invited. If she's out,
Right.
they can get her.
But I want to make sure that if this hasn't worn up before Mira wakes up, she doesn't know where to find Irina.
Well, where do I move? I can stay with Irina.
Okay. And then Cruz and I
Like,
can go.
One of the muscles should stay. Like, I can stay with
Okay.
Irina. If Cruz, you want to go with them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go with them.
Yeah, so Cruz and I and what's his face?
Victoria.
Octavio?
I'm gonna
Pancake.
ask Octavio
Not Pancake.
You're asking Octavia to do what?
to stay with me.
To stay with you? Okay.
Because vampires, vampire hunter. You know.
All right.
Okay.
So
who's-
Cruz and I will go placate the town guard.
Okay, so you guys are.
I just hand Baron the head.
Oh god.
Okay, good, awesome, amazing. This is disgusting. Let's go.
All right. And then Alina and Octavio. Alina, what did you want Octavio to do here with you? What are you guys gonna do? Alina?
Wait, sorry. I'm sorry. I just got a message from some. I'm just gonna ask him to help me watch her.
Watch Mira?
No, watch Irina. I'm gonna stay to watch Irina, and I'm asking him to help me watch her because he's a vampire hunter.
Okay.
The vampires are. I'm not scared of them being attacked by vampires that much because the vampires don't want them that much. And there's like two. There's 3, but so 2 of them. So 2 and 2.
Okay, so what are you doing with Mira? She's laying on the ground.
I'm gonna stay with Irina. They're taking Mira.
You guys are taking Mira to the gates with you, to the town guard, because you guys were heading towards the gate, right? Cruz and Varen.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm carrying.
Yeah, that was the two of us.
Marry her, because
Yeah, I've got her on my back.
Okay, so Cruz, you're carrying Mira. Okay.
do I know if the innkeeper stays in the inn?
Yes, you do know that the whole family lives at the inn.
Okay, then I'm gonna go into the inn. I'm gonna wake them up, and ask them if they have like a basement or something.
Okay. As you go into the inn, you find the family room door, and you knock, and there is no answer.
Oh shit. Okay,
Uh-oh.
wait. First of all, before anything, I'm gonna go get Irina and almost handsome guy. I don't remember.
It's Mark.
It's Mike.
Okay. So
I'm gonna go get them.
Okay. You go up to the room. You go to Ismark and Irina's room, and you notice that the door is open, and nobody's in there.
Mm.
Can I just
Oh
knock
shit.
on? Not only is the door open, it's like you like knocked it down. So this is not good. Out of character, I know this. In character, I do not know this. I'm just gonna scream for Ismark and Irina.
Okay.
And tell them like it's me, Alina. Like, where are you?
It's me, Alina. Okay, make a persuasion check.
Okay. Shit. It's not too bad. That's gonna be 17.
17. Okay. You wait a moment, and you hear the door next to their room kind of creak open, ever so slightly.
Okay. So I'm gonna go in there. Just
Okay.
like open it up. Just,
Okay.
where are you?
You force it open, and you see Ismark has his sword ready, and he almost attacks you, but you kind of basically knock him back, and he kind of stumbles back against the bed. And he
Like,
says, "Is everything okay?"
everything's not okay. We have to move you guys. Come on.
Where are we going? We can't leave the inn.
We're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay here, but we have to move you from here. There's someone after Irina right now.
And he's like, "That's obvious.
Oh,
Where can we
excuse
go? Where can we go?"
I don't know. Come with me. I don't feel okay leaving you guys by yourself. So just come with me. I'm gonna go with them back to the door of the family.
Okay, so Irina kind of crawls out from underneath the bed, and they reluctantly follow you. They're kind of keeping a little bit further back, just in case like you happen to do something they don't agree with, but they follow you.
Okay, I'm gonna have him like me in the front, them in the middle, and Rictavio in the back.
Okay.
Follow me. I'm gonna go back to the door of the innkeeper and keep like hitting.
Knocking on it.
Yeah.
There's nobody there. Rictavio does say, "Are you trying to just find a place for them to stay?"
Yes. Do you know if this inn has a basement?
He says it does not have a basement. They're not going to get an answer from the room. All the ravens are outside. But I do believe there is a secret loft. Excuse me. A secret loft that we can access from the master bedroom.
Okay, that would.
That
I'm
works. Okay.
trying to get it back into the accent. I forgot what I did for Alina.
That's fine. I forgot my accents too. So he kind of pushes past you, and instead of knocking on the door, he just opens it. And
Okay.
you go into the room, and it's empty. But he leads you down to one of the corners, and there is he kind of pushes against the wall, and there's a secret door that opens up into a narrow staircase. And he leads you up to the narrow staircase.
I'm gonna close the room door and put something like against it.
Okay.
Like a drawer or
there's like a dresser nearby.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it against the door.
Okay, so you put the dresser against the door. And then you head up into this narrow staircase, and it leads you to a long, very narrow room, zone like 10 feet wide, that has a bunch of hay in it and a lot of raven feathers. And it's like just a really narrow attic. It's kind of stuffy. And there are no
Paladin's
windows.
like regular intelligence, so I'm gonna be like, Ravens, people not ravens are outside, the people are here. Whatever. just
Okay.
okay.
So you lead Ismark and Irina up into the loft there.
Okay. Yeah.
And they sit and they kind of look around at this kind of dark space. It's very dark up here. There's no light, especially at this time of night. And they can't see anything. They're just in pitch black, basically.
Alright, then, human. Is there like somewhere where I can light a torch and place it?
You do see that there are, there's like a small table that has like a single candle on it.
Sorry.
That's right.
Thank you. So there's nowhere to place a torch.
No, nothing that big. It's a very tight room, and there's like dry hay everywhere, so it probably wouldn't be the best idea to have a torch in there. But they do have like a little candle, a little single candle, so just enough for a little bit of light.
Is it on or off?
It's off.
Okay, well I'm gonna try to light it.
Okay, you turn the candle on. That's fine. Okay, you go ahead and light the candle, and it illuminates just enough of the room. I mean, it's not very much light, but they can at least make their way around without tripping over anything.
I'm just gonna wait here with them.
Okay.
There's no way for me to let them know where we are, which is obviously not what we want, but I'm just gonna wait till like if nobody comes in here, like if the innkeep doesn't come in here, I'm just gonna wait till I think it's roughly the daytime.
Okay. And Octavio says, do you want me to stay here with you? Because I would really like to actually go outside and see if there is a vampire around.
I mean, I think there is, so go ahead, do your job, I mean.
Okay. So Octavio is going to leave you there guarding...
I'm going to tell him, Mayor said there was a friend of hers named Escher. He had fangs, blonde hair, tattered clothes, probably a vampire, probably the guy you're looking for. There you go. That's all I got.
Okay, so you give him all the information about this person, and Octavio heads back down through the basement. You do hear him push the dresser out of the way of the door because he has to get out.
Yeah, so it's just the door. That's fine. But like the secret room is like hidden, right?
Yeah, it's a secret room. Yeah, the only people that would probably know about it are the people that actually sleep in that room, which would be the Mardukov family.
Okay.
Not the whole family, but the parents.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna stay here with them until either the family comes in, or I think it's roughly daylight.
Okay. Alright. So you guys are stuffed in this tiny little attic. Okay, Cruz and Varen and Mira, unconscious on Cruz's shoulder, you head up towards the north, and the northern gates are probably, I would say like a quarter mile from where you are right now. Just straight up well, not straight up, it's kind of a curving street. But about halfway there, the bells stop.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
That was easy.
Do you want to keep going, or do you want to go back, or?
I mean, we've come this far.
All right, somewhere to drop off the heads.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Sorry.
we're gonna continue to drop off the heads.
What did you say about the heads?
We're gonna continue so we can drop off the heads.
Okay. I would like. Are you just walking up the road, just out in the open?
Yeah.
Okay. You get about, I would say about 100 yards from the gate when you see two dire wolves come out of an alleyway on either side of you.
Nope.
And I would like everyone, or you two, to roll initiative. Mira does not roll initiative because she's unconscious on Cruz's shoulder.
I have 5 health. This isn't going to go that
Oh,
bad.
shit. By the way, Cruz, I still have your silver sword.
You still have my well, they're dire wolves, so we're cool.
Just in case another one. Maybe you guys should have like rested a little bit.
Fine.
I mean,
Just
I
don't
have a health potion.
I was gonna say,
just
yeah.
like loot Mira for a health potion.
Where is my initiative tracker? It's around
The
here.
friend that you knocked out.
It was such a bad time.
We're just such good friends. Just like knocking her unconscious, beating her up, looting.
I beat you down for your own good.
This is so bad. This
That
is
was-
so bad.
That was Alina's line of thinking. It's for your own good and ours.
Cruz, we fucked up.
We did. We super did.
Well, shall we?
Alright, what's your initiative?
I got a 13.
Okay.
A
Varen?
17 for me.
17. All right, so Varen goes first. You have two dire wolves. At this point, they're probably about 20 feet away from you on either side.
Okay. 20 feet. Cruz,
Yes.
wake up Meta or go for one?
She wouldn't be much help though. She's like at one hit point.
Yeah, I don't think we should wake up Mira.
All right, I go for one of the dire wolves.
Okay, to the one to the right or one to the left?
The one closer to me.
One, oh, they're all about equal distance. 'cause
Okay, the one to the right.
Okay, so dire wolf number one, you go after that one.
Let's go ahead and roll some attacks.
All right.
The first one will be a 18 to hit,
That hits.
and the second one will be a miss. All right, so that'll be a solid 7 damage,
7 damage on dire wolf number one.
and that's it.
Okay. Next up is Cruz.
Cool. I'm going to gently set Mira on the ground.
Okay. Right where you're standing.
Yeah, right where I'm standing. I don't.
Just right there. She's just laying in the middle of the road.
She's just laying in the middle. Let's hope there's no cars.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna attack the dire wolf that Varen attacked.
Okay. You head
Like
over
that shit.
same distance. You're gonna attack it head first. You're gonna circle around.
I'll circle around.
Okay. Circle around to get around that dire wolf. Okay. You're on the side of it.
And
And
I
make
got
an attack.
I got a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Cool. Hold on. And that is 12 points of damage.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
So you strike at this dire wolf with your using your axe.
Yes, a
Okay.
great axe.
Using your great axe after Varen just pummeled it with her fists. Of course, you would punch a wolf. Of course you would. Let's see. Next up is the dire wolf. Number 2, which is on the other side of the road. You left Mira alone in the middle of
Oh God.
the
Oh,
the street. The dire wolf is going to attack her.
And she's dead.
Good
Not
night,
yet.
Uh,
Prince.
Not yet. She gets. She automatically fails. No, is it? Does it automatically fail when you're unconscious already? I think
Yeah,
it's 2 deaths.
when
It's
you're
2 deaths,
unconscious,
isn't it?
you automatically fail 2 death saving throws.
Okay, so you are down 2 death saving throws as this
Uh-oh.
wolf just goes
Uh-oh.
after
Uh-oh.
Mira's body in the middle of the road, left alone.
We're so sorry, Phoebe.
All right. And not only does the wolf go after her body, but it starts to kind of drag her into the alley,
Oh no.
back into the alley.
Just get rope and tie her to your back.
This is not good.
All right. Next up
I see
is
the palace of Phil.
dire wolf number 1, which is going to strike back out. It's going to, let's see, who's it going to go for? It's going to go for Varen.
that's fair.
And it's going to strike out at you with the only thing it can do, which is a bite. And that is going to be, oh my gosh, I'm rolling like crap again. It's wonderful. That is going to be a 8 to hit.
No.
Okay, it snaps at you and you just deftly move out of its way. And that is it for that one. Varen, you're up.
Okay. Cruz, do you got Merida or me?
I'm gonna do a thing. I'll go get her.
You got her?
I got her.
All right, let's go ahead and just like hit this friend. Oh my god. Attack number 1. Wow, that's an 11.
11, that does not hit.
I'm very insulted right now. Okay.
You go to
Attack number
strike
2.
at it, and he just kind of glances off its one of its shoulders.
Rude. Second attack is a natural 20, so that's better.
Nice.
All right. I completely threw my d4 across the room. That'll be max damage, so that'll be 13 damage.
13 damage. Very nice. All right, where are we at now? Cool. That wolf is looking pretty beat up. It is not happy that you have been pummeling it with your fists.
Good, get fucked.
Next up is Cruz.
How far are Mira and the wolf?
Let's see, they are about 25 feet from you.
Oh, thank God.
Cool. I'm gonna run up on the wolf and I'm gonna try to take her from it.
Okay. The wolf that you are in melee with will get attack of opportunity against you.
Uh-oh.
You should
Okay.
definitely force the potion down her throat.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take the attack?
Yeah, I'll take the attack.
All right. That is, what is that? 6 plus
Be a bad one.
11.
Ooh, okay. You have 2 down friends now.
11 to hit. This
What?
is just the attack.
Ooh, okay.
Not damage.
girl.
No, this is to hit.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Oh, God.
No, that doesn't hit. We're good. We're good.
I was about to commit a murder.
Did
We're
it hit or
fine.
no?
It did not hit.
Okay, so it goes to snap at you as you rush past it, and it just misses you completely. So you head over to Mira and Direwolf number 2, and what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try to wrestle her from it.
Wrestle her from it. Okay.
You should definitely use the motion. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna do that too. I mean,
What are you doing first?
Because I think the potion is an action.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
both would be actions, wouldn't they?
Yeah, if you're gonna try and pull her away, it's gonna be either or.
Okay. I'll try to pull her away first so she doesn't take more trauma.
Okay. The wolf has his jaws around one of her legs. How are you gonna do this? You're gonna just pull on it?
Can I try to kick the wolf's mouth away while
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack against the wolf.
okay. Oh boy. That's 9 plus my strength.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so that's 14.
14. Okay, you managed to kick the wolf. That hits hard enough to kind of loosen its jaw, and her leg goes free.
Oh no.
Are you staying where you are, or what are you doing now? Because you used your movement and your action.
Oh boy. Oh boy. There is nothing I can do. Yeah.
I think.
So
Well,
I'm
actually,
done.
I think you moved 25 feet, so you technically have 5 feet of movement left. But I don't know if you want to.
I'll take that 5 feet.
Okay, where are you moving?
Just
A little bit
toward Varen.
back. Okay. And you will get an attack of opportunity against you if you move back. Is that all right?
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Then you're gonna stay where you are. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are in melee with Direwolf number 2, with Mira kind of held in your grasp. Direwolf number 2 is up, and it is going to attack you because you just wrestled that away from him. And that's going to be... That's a natural 1. I'm rolling fantastic. This is...
Does it hurt itself?
I know. It just snapped
It hurt
shut.
itself in its confusion.
It snapped. It hurt itself in confusion. Yes. No, it snaps at you, and you manage to definitely move out of its way. Direwolf number 1 is wrestling with Varen, so it's going to do another bite attack against Varen.
Get fucked.
I'm switching dice. Hang on. There we go. We're going to do this one. Oh, nice. That's a good one for me. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
And that will be...
Like super rude, but like.
That is 13 points of damage.
Fucking rude.
And it's going to stay where it is, locked in combat with Varen. So Varen, you're up now.
Okay, wait. When does Mera go?
Mera
Like
doesn't
make
go.
her saves?
Oh, no.
Touches.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot to roll. Mira, roll initiative because I
Please
forgot that you
don't
actually
fail.
do have to do that.
Please don't fail.
Please don't fail your save.
Yeah,
You got one.
That is a 8.
Oh shit.
Okay, go ahead and make a death saving throw.
Would that just be a D20 or?
Straight
Yep.
to 20. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was your dad. Oh god.
That would have really been it.
No. Do you add anything to
Wait,
it? that
nope.
she
No,
did?
you don't.
Is it under 10?
It's a 9.
Oh, are you serious? All right.
Ah.
Oh, I just
now-
killed her.
Physically, nothing actually happens because you don't, at this point, you're too locked in combat to notice that Mira is now dead. But she is as limp as usual, and cruises arms. So now, Varen, now you're up.
Sorry.
Okay. How's my direwolf looking?
Your direwolf is looking pretty beat to shit.
All right, I'm gonna just hit it a couple
Keep
times.
punching the hell out of it like it's a punching bag.
That's a 21.
21. That hits, yeah.
Which is 7 damage.
All right. And that wolf, you just bludgeon it until, like, its face is just swollen and it just collapses.
All right, I'm going. How far away is the other one?
They are about 25 feet from you.
All right, I'm going to fucking like flying kick it.
Do you have another attack?
I do indeed. I have the bonus action,
Nice.
so I'm gonna go ahead and move and then bonus action that shit.
Cool.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna spend a key point to flurry of blows that shit.
Nice.
So yes. All right. Here we go. Flurry blows. That's a hit. That'll hit at 26. And then the second one is a 13.
All right. The first one hits.
Okay. Wow, that's minimum damage. It takes 6 damage.
Okay. Cool. You rush up, do a flying kick, and just manage to knock that wolf down a little bit. And next up is Cruz.
I'm gonna. Shit. We've been making some bad decisions here. Whew. I'm so sorry, Mir.
What's this weird shit?
I've been making some bad
Stop.
decisions.
That was your bad decision.
That was my bad decision. God. Well, Jesus. I'll use minor illusion to do a dire wolf howl somewhere
Okay.
Away from you guys.
30 feet away,
30 feet away. Okay.
but like where you can't see it.
Okay. So you make this dire wolf howl. What does it sound like?
Oh,
Where's the puppy? Where's the dog?
oh,
Oh, that's way
my
too
dog
bright.
don't howl.
It's like, where's the puppy? You should only have the puppy come in. So you make a dire wolf howl. What direction do you want it to come from?
Like behind a building somewhere.
Behind a building.
That it can't see.
Okay. You make it howl behind a building, and you do notice that it kind of perks up and looks around. But
And then I'm gonna run.
and then you're going to run which direction?
Just like left. I don't.
You can go
Over,
like,
over
you-
to where Varen was.
what's up? Where Varen was?
Over to
before?
where the dead dire wolf
Okay,
is.
so you run across the road. You distract the dire wolf and you run right across the road. Okay. Next up is dire wolf number 2. And it is going to go after Varen because she just came and beat the shit out of it.
That's fair.
And that's another natural 3. That's wonderful. That's an 8 to hit.
No.
All right, it completely misses you. That seems on brand for me. Varen, you're up again.
All right, let's just hit it twice. All right, that's a 15 to hit
15 to hit. It does hit.
and a hit. All right, so cool. So from one hit, it takes 9 damage,
Okay.
and from another one, it takes 7 more.
All right. It's looking pretty beat up here. Cruz, you are next. You are across the road from Varen, where she's fighting the other direwolf. What are you gonna do now?
I'm going to inspect Mira.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
Not a great one. That is a 2.
Are you serious? She seems pretty much in the same state as when you knocked her out. Just limp. Doesn't seem to be waking up though.
All right, cool. I'm just gonna hold position there with her.
This is so bad, guys.
Okay.
I mean, there's a cleric in town.
Other town.
You're gonna stay where you stay right there in the alley.
Yeah.
Okay. Then direwolf number 2 is gonna strike out at Varen again. That is a 24 to hit,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be 13 points of damage.
Well, I got some bad news for you.
Oh no!
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 Everybody's dead. I'm
This
just in
is
a
going
room
so
just
badly.
I'm just in a room just chilling.
Bye, guys.
Varen, the direwolf snaps at Varen, and you see her Cruz fall down across the road from you, and
Cool.
Varen is unconscious.
Great.
Awesome.
All right. You're on. Let's see. That was direwolf number 2. So Varen, make a death saving throw.
All right. That's a success.
All right. Cool. You're good. Cruz, you're up now. You got a dead person in your arms. You got Varen falling across the street from you.
I literally, I'm
Can
gonna.
we just pick them both up and just run back to the
Then I'll die. I have 5 health. I'm gonna
No.
use my crossbow ?
Crossbow question mark.
To shoot the how is that direwolf looking?
It's pretty beat up. It's still standing though.
Okay, yeah, I'll use my crossbow to shoot at it.
Okay.
Okay, that's an 18 to hit,
That hits.
and where is my D6? That's 3 damage.
3 damage against that direwolf. All right. It takes that, and it's still standing.
All right, then I'm going to run over there.
Run over to the direwolf and Varen.
Yes.
Okay. Are you taking Mira with you, or are you gonna leave her?
I'm gonna. Jesus Christ. This isn't how this was supposed to go. I'll take her with me.
This is what happens when we split the party, guys.
I know. Not always the best idea. Okay.
And I'll
Okay, so you've got her like kind of on your shoulder, and you rush over.
stand between the wolf and Varen.
Okay, so you are standing right in between the wolf and Varen.
Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
What a good time, guys.
Okay. At this point, let's see. What do we have here? Ha ha ha! Fun things. Okay. You see a raven come darting out from the sky, and it is going to attack the direwolf. Roll this real quick. That is. Where are we at? And it's going to attack the direwolf with its beak.
Aw.
And It's a +4 to hit. So it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it immediately starts clawing at this dire wolf in front of you. It only does like a point of damage, but it's basically like attacking its eyes. And oh hey, oh no, it doesn't. Never mind. Whoops. Okay, cool. And that is it for that raven. And then the dire wolf is going to attack the raven because now it's in its face. I'm going to try to snap at the raven. It hits and does 4 points of damage. Against the raven. You see this dire wolf snap at this raven and almost get the entire thing in its mouth. And you would think that this raven would be dead from that hit, but the raven just kind of claws back and kind of flutters above the air, but it's still alive. And then Varen, you are up. You are up to make another death save.
All right, here we go. Nope.
So you got
All
one
right,
success
so
and one
I'm-
fail.
1 and 1.
Okay. And at this point, the raven kind of flutters in the air, and you see it kind of ripple and shift a little bit, and it turns into a kind of weird, giant human raven hybrid form. It's almost like the raven kind of grows, and you see a were-raven standing in front of you. It looks like it's just a giant bird, essentially.
Gross.
And this were-raven is going to do another beak attack against that dire wolf. And in its current form, this raven is like large enough to almost like get that entire wolf's head in its beak. And it's gonna do
were-raven.
a beak attack against that wolf. That is, where is it? Attack bonus. So that hits. So that is gonna do 2. That's going to do 7 points of damage against that wolf. Which is... I can do math. There we go. Okay, it gets that entire wolf's head in its beak and crunches down on it and throws it across the road. And you see the wolf still move ever so slightly, but it is barely able to even stand at this point. Cruz, you are up.
Could have used you earlier, bud.
The raven just kind of chirps at you. But it's kind of disturbing because it's kind of a loud sound coming from this giant, like, humanoid bird thing.
I say, don't do that anymore. Don't make that noise again. Don't.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna take another crossbow hit at that wolf.
Okay. Choo.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Too little, too late. That's 4 damage.
4 damage.
Do I need to bother doubling it?
No, you don't. You managed to shoot a crossbow bolt straight through its head, and that dire wolf, not that raven, goes down. So you have Varen unconscious. You still have Mira on your shoulder, and you have a giant humanoid bird thing kind of looking at you, looking at Mira, and just like kind of gives you, can't speak, but kind of gives you this look like, what the hell?
I think this is a good time for you guys to like retreat.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to carry both of them.
You should stabilize fucking Barry.
I'm gonna stabilize Baron first.
Okay, how are you gonna stabilize her?
I'm gonna Jesus, I don't.
Potion.
Do I know about Mira's potion?
I mean, we all have one. We all know that we gave out potions to each of us.
Yeah, you bought the
Okay.
potions together.
I'm gonna take the potion off of Mira and give it to Varen.
Okay.
Wait, doesn't Baron have one, or did you take
Oh.
it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm gonna take Varen's and give it to
Okay.
Move my dead body.
Just rip the potion out of her dead body.
I don't know if she's dead yet.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. You
even
rolled a
though
2.
you don't know she's dead, you just chose Baron over Mira.
Only one of you gets to live. I am the master of life and death. Woo. And I'm gonna. Can I investigate Mira again?
Did you roll healing for Jen, or whoever wants to roll healing, either Jen or Ashley?
I thought she would do it.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Like a heal check?
Yeah.
Or no,
But
the
it's not with
potion.
Potion.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What is that? 2d4 plus 2? Okay, hold up.
24 plus 2, yeah.
Okay, so I get 9 black.
Cool.
Back to the world of the living. Can't say
Oh,
that
yeah.
to Mira.
All right, so I guess I wake up and I'm just like,
We don't know that.
what happened? Oh my god, Mira, is she okay?
Yeah,
Behind
I'm
is just a
checking on
giant
it right
looking
now.
like were-raven.
I
Like,
would like to check Mira.
Okay, make an investigation check.
11.
11. It's enough to know that she is no longer breathing. You do not feel a pulse.
How
My
is
dude,
she
that girl
not
dead.
gonna be good?
Hey, weird raven thing.
The raven kind of looks at you.
Do you have resurrection shit? Because this one's dead. Like dead AF.
As a doornail.
At this point, this raven's kind of frustrated to not be able to speak, and you see the form kind of ripple again, and the feathers kind of fade off, and you see a naked woman with jet black long hair, and she kind of seems completely unaware of her nakedness and just kind of goes over, looks at Mira, and she's like,
She
this
hot?
isn't good. Yeah, she's pretty hot. Anyway,
Baron's just like,
this is not the time, Baron.
I know my friend's dead, but
She goes over to Mira and just kind of places her hand on her throat, feels her pulse, and she says, okay, this isn't good. We
No
should
shit.
take her back to the inn. It's not good for her to be out here. There's too much going on.
All right, I hoist her up
Okay.
and we go back.
Okay, is everybody going back?
Yep.
Okay, so, you guys
I
head back to...
awkwardly like offer her my cloak.
And she's like, don't worry about it. I'm good.
Oh,
She kind
okay.
of shifts. Well, she shifts form again, and this time she goes back into a normal raven and just kind of follows you guys back in normal raven form
Okay.
to the inn. You guys are about a couple blocks from the inn when Rictavio comes shooting out of one of the alleyways. You see that there is blood on his sword, and he's looking around, and he sees you carrying Mira, and he says, what happened? And he says, what happened?
We got jumped by direwolves.
Yeah, it didn't go so great.
Yes, there was a werewolf at the front gates.
if Rictavio knows where I am, just in case, then, fill me in.
And he says, and he goes up and again checks Mira over, and he says, she's dead.
No shit.
Shit. It's okay.
No, no shit.
I can do something, but we've got to get it through this night first. Take her back to the inn. Your friend. I don't know. Does he know your name?
Well,
The
we
barbarian
introduced
woman.
each other. Rude. Why is everybody so rude in this town?
The barbarian. You're a Dro, right? Yeah, the barbarian Dro. She is in the inn, in the attic. There's a secret. He kind of tells you how to get there very quickly.
Oh,
In
I've had it
attic.
up to here with secret like extremities of houses.
Okay, and he's like, "Oh, fine,
In the
I'll take you
secret
there."
room?
Yeah, so he kind of takes you back to the inn, shows you. Do you go straight up to the attic where Alina is, or what are you guys doing at the inn?
I'm gonna take Mara straight up.
You're taking
Yeah.
her up, okay?
Yeah.
To the attic.
Yeah.
Okay, so he leads you guys back up into the attic. At this point, you do see the ravens have kind of separated themselves a little bit from the bats, and there is a group of bats that seems to be flying off.
Good riddance.
Yeah, and they're kind of hovering above the inn, but it seems some of the frenzy above has dissipated a little bit.
and stay out.
Throws a rock.
The raven that's following you kind of caws in appreciation.
I got you, babe. I got you.
So you head back up to the inn. Alina, you hear some footsteps, several footsteps coming through the door and up the stairs to the secret room that you were in.
Okay, so I take my sword out. And once you guys come in, before I hear you guys, like, you're just like, okay, so we're fighting, right? And then I took his arm, I ripped it off, and I shoved it. Oh, hey, guys!
Irina and Ismark are just kind of staring at Alina like, huh? And they just look over when the door to the secret room opens. And you see who's going in first.
And I have my silver sword out, like, just in case. Like, I didn't know.
We'll go in first.
You see Varen kind of wander in as unimpressed as usual.
Okay.
Mira's dead.
Yeah. I hold her
I
up.
wanted to knock her unconscious, not kill her.
Well,
Yeah, someone thought it would be a better idea to relocate her than to heal her.
Well,
I give a
you
point
can't
of
really
looking for-
kill her if she's dead. Just-
Right, but she wasn't dead when we got into that fight, right?
Well,
Oh yeah, we
it's
got
not-
into a fight. And someone thought it would be a better idea to move her than heal her.
To
Fair,
be
like looks
fair-
pointedly at Cruz.
to be fair,
Well,
someone
it's-
left her in the middle of the street.
I'm putting this out there,
To
but
be
just
fair,
in
I
case-
moved first, so that's on you, bud.
Yeah, that one's on me. I had her, and then
I'm
I
gonna.
left her
Okay,
for the
as
rules.
you guys are
He dropped
arguing
her.
about this, Octavio is just like, we don't have a whole lot of time. Leave her
Oh yeah, we
here.
also found a friend.
What's that?
We
You got
also
a
made a
friend.
raven friend.
She's nude.
Wait, is she a raven or is she nude?
She's in raven form, so
No,
you don't know
okay.
what they're
It's
talking
I
about.
just say that she's
I'm like-
nude.
She kind of hops into the room and just
I-
this raven, and you're like,
I
what
even-
the hell you're talking about?
Alina's
I
like,
point at her and I say, "Show him, show him."
Alina's like, all ravens are naked. I'm
Not wrong.
Okay, Maeve, or the raven starts kind of shifts form, and she's back into her humanoid form, naked. And you see Rictavio kind of turn away in politeness, but Rictavio says, "We don't have a lot of time. Lay your friend on the ground. I'll be right back." And he runs out of the room real quick. Is gone.
Sorry, is this lady the innkeeper that we saw?
No, she is. No, she is not. She is younger. She's probably in her 20-ish.
I asked her what her name is.
Oh yeah.
She says, "My name is Maeve Ukrest. Yes. The
I like ravens. Like,
what is her stuff?" And he goes, and she says, "Are you guys going to be okay here?"
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, three of us will be.
Yeah, three of us.
And she's like, "Well, Rictavio has you. You should be in good hands. I must go check on my friends."
Tell them we said hi.
I'm gonna like stop her and be like, "Thank you," like on her hand on shoulder. I know she's naked, but I'm not looking down, just in case. Just like eye contact.
It's like, thank you.
And she
And
says-
then I'm just gonna like slightly wink.
And she says, she nods at you and she says, "You're welcome." And she shifts back into her normal raven form and just kind of flies down the stairs. Or actually, no, she can't. Did you leave the bottom doors open when you came in?
Me?
You know the Varen and.
Probably not.
Okay.
No,
so,
she's just gonna like hit them.
okay.
I closed
so,
it with my butt.
Thump.
so she just runs back in human form and heads out. Naked woman running. After about 10 minutes or so, Rictavio comes back, and he has a scroll. And he is going to, he says, "I think all the wolves are dead. I took care of the werewolf that killed the people at the front gate. And the werewolves have already driven off the bats. So I think we'll be okay in this secret room for now. I can raise your friend, but it's going to take me about an hour.
That's
Will
fine.
you guys be okay
Whatever it
guarding me?"
Yeah, we're cool.
Okay. So he lays Mira out on the floor. Over the course of the hour that it takes for him to perform this ritual with this spell scroll, you see that he kind of brings out he brought back a pouch, and he has this really surprisingly large diamond in it, and he kind of grasps it like hard enough, almost like that it feels like it's almost drawing blood, and he's doing this ritual. And you hear some noise in the inn. You hear doors open and shut, and you do hear some footsteps come up into the room, or to the room outside downstairs from the secret room. And you
I
hear
want to like stay in like towards not down in the door of the secret entrance, but like up in the stair, like
Okay.
to just bottleneck if someone comes in with like my sword out.
I'm gonna stay at the far side of the room with my crossbow ready.
Okay. Over the course of the hour, then you do hear someone kind of open the door to the room a couple times. Like you hear them kind of come and go a couple times, and then you hear about a half hour later another person come into the room, and this time they come towards the secret entrance and push on the secret entrance.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until they come up, and
Okay.
then
They push
not
open
like close to me, but just like so I can till I can see them.
okay, you push it open, and you see it is oh, what is his name? I can't remember anybody's name anymore. Oh my
It's
gosh.
okay. There are a lot of names.
I think
no,
it's
Rictavio's with us.
I think it's Erwin, the innkeeper, the husband. I think his name's Erwin. But you see Erwin, and he comes in, and you see he sees you,
Naked.
and he kind of stops for a second. What did you say?
Naked. He's naked. Everybody's naked.
He is.
What's up, big man?
Oh shit!
Yeah, and he is covered in blood. And
And
he
it's
pushes
like,
open
is
the door,
anybody?
and he just kind of steps back and like covers
And-
himself, and just like, what are you doing here?
Dylan, what are you doing here?
Hiding. What are you doing here?
Well, Cruz, you're actually up the stairs in the room,
Oh
right?
yeah.
I'm just holding the short sword out, like
Sword, and he's just like,
Yeah.
this is my house, my room.
oh. Okay, well it's a lady. Let
He
us
kind of
be-
goes over to the dresser and just pulls and just kind of puts some pants on real quick.
I was like, we're here. Rictavio brought us here, and then another naked lady came in, and she let us stay here. She turned into a raven, and that's all I know. We're helping a friend who's dead. So
And he's just like, oh, okay.
obviously, in the most serious tone, just
Okay, cool. And he's like, all right, is your friend who's dead, who's helping her?
Rictavio. I don't remember his fake name, so
Rictavio. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, okay, it's Rictavio. All right.
I'm gonna let it come up now. Like I'm not gonna like point at the sword anymore.
And he says, well, if you're up there doing a ritual, it's best we stay down here. I was going to send the ravens up, but it's fine. We can just leave them in this room.
It
And he
should
kind
take
of
about an
he goes
hour.
over to the door and kind of it's weird. Even though he's in human form, he makes a raven caw, and it sounds very realistic.
Dang.
And you see a few people come into the room. The family room is is pretty big. It's like the master bedroom. It's pretty big, and you see about 4 or 5 of humans, all naked at this point, and most of them
What
wounded.
kind of family is?
Most of them wounded. But they come in, they kind of glance over at you, kind of standing in the secret hallway, and they look at,
I'm
Look
gonna
at-
ask him who's the most hurt.
and he says, "We'll be fine. Don't worry about us. It will take time for us to heal, but we're good."
Okay, I was just gonna give him my potion.
Yes. He said he thanks you, but he's just like, "No, we can handle a few bats. It's all right. It's mostly, well, it's the ravens that we are sad about. We lost many ravens, but
I'm sorry for you.
it's this land." Then he goes over and he goes, and you see the innkeeper, his wife, Danica, is there among them, and she's kind of going around, and she has thrown kind of a thick shawl around herself, and she's going around and kind of tending to some of the wounded in this room. And Erwin goes over and explains to her the situation with you guys doing a ritual up above.
I'm gonna go up back to the secret room to like make sure.
Okay, you go back up to the secret room,
And I thank them again as I'm leaving. Like, thank you.
and they say you're welcome. Danica asks you about Irina and Oh my god, I just forgot his
It's
Ismark.
Mark.
There we go. Yeah, now you remembered his name and asks you if they are okay. Do you know where they are?
Yes, they're in the room with us. It might have been their fault that the werewolves came.
Danica just kind of gives you a little laugh, and she's like, "Yeah, I figured it's probably at least one of you." But
I'm just like, sorry about that.
That's fired.
We just kind of met them. We're doing them a favor. Sorry.
and she says, "Anyone who opposes Strahd is our friend. Do not worry." I gotta put on my light because I'm getting a little dark here. That's.
I'm just like, okay, then we're all friends here. We don't like this guy. We all hate him. He's the asshole. Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you go back up, and it's been about an hour at this point. So, Mira, as everything went to black, did you ever have like a vision of what you imagined the afterlife to be?
She probably imagined it's like in her sister's room, playing with like her sister's books.
Okay. So you feel the life fade from you, and you find yourself caught in mist. A dark, gray, swirling mist all around you. And it is heavy. You don't feel your limbs, but you are conscious, and you see visions of other, would look to be people or souls also caught in this mist. It is heavy, it is oppressive, and it is not what you imagined the afterlife would be like. And after however many, you have no idea how long you've been here, you feel a heaviness come over you, and a weight that is unlike anything like you've ever felt. And it hits your chest and it presses down upon you to the point where you almost feel like you can't breathe, even though you don't actually have a body at this point. And it presses until it feels almost like it's painful, and then you take a breath into your body again, and you guys see her take a breath into her body. And after a few breaths, Mira, your eyes open, and you find yourself surrounded by Rictavio and your friends and an unfamiliar person.
Hey,
yeah.
she's back.
I'd be like, I'm sorry. I was trying. I didn't mean to kill you. I was trying to just knock you unconscious. I'm so sorry.
Like, hey, I left you in the middle of the street. Are we good?
And Mira, because you did fall unconscious, you are no longer under the charm of Escher. And in fact, you don't actually recall meeting this person.
Oh shit.
Does she remember them attacking her?
No.
No.
The last thing you remember was heading back to the inn to check on Irina, and that was it.
Where's Irina? Oh, you guys.
We good.
It's okay. Calm down.
Still want to bring Irina to a vampire because, like, we're not gonna tell you where she is if you still want to do that.
What?
You were trying to take Irina to someone. You said they had fangs, so we assumed a vampire.
What?
You were evil for a hot sec.
I was walking. What?
Yeah, you made friends with a vampire. It was very sad.
Yeah, and then Alina knocked you out.
Technically, I knocked her out.
I was trying. Okay, so I thought you were under a spell. I was.
Oh, she totally was.
Yeah, she definitely
I was trying to knock you out of it. It didn't work, so I tried knocking you unconscious. It also didn't work. So technically, Varen knocked you unconscious, not me. And then they let you die, not me.
I died?
Don't you they me. That was cruel.
I died?
I have a question.
I died?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, you
Do I
no
know
longer...
anything about vampire thralls?
Make a what would it be? I suppose it would be an Arcana check, but with advantage because they are undead.
Cool. That's a 16 and then a 17 plus
Nice.
1 and 18.
Yes.
Woo.
What information are you trying to learn?
How to if thralls are able to be broken by any way besides knocking the person unconscious.
You are aware that actually, let me double check because this is a little bit weird with vampies. You are aware that most charm effects, specifically from vampires, will last for about 24 hours. Otherwise, the only thing that can really break a charm of a vampire is if the vampire itself, or if a vampire or if a vampire attacks it. So basically, if the vampire charmed it and they attack it, then that would break the spell. But other than that, it lasts for about 24 hours.
Cool. I share this information and I say, next time maybe we should just isolate her instead of.
We can lock her in a room.
Yeah.
What are you talking? At this point, she's like backing in a corner, and she's
Okay,
like,
not her specifically. Just if it happens to any of us, isolate.
Okay, but okay.
can I roll to see if they're like joking with me?
I'm gonna be like, okay, so we could probably take and put her in a room. But what if she escapes? She's a rogue. She's just on her shit. And like, how are you guys gonna like? If I'm
Man, make an insight check to see if you understand what the hell they're talking about.
Guess we gotta knock her out.
Natural
We don't
fucking
have
20.
to knock her
and
out.
if it's me or Cruz, I don't think Mara and Baron could take either of us. No offense, but
Vienna, what did you get?
Natural 20.
Oh, nice. So you can kind of glean that this kind of gap in your memory, some shit went down. Your body aches like hell, especially the back of your head. Like you've got this knot in like the back of your head, like you were hit with something.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like get near Irina and just stay a little kind of away from everyone.
I'm just gonna sit down next to Mara and be like, I'm sorry.
She's scooting over it like.
I'm so sorry.
I just like awkwardly turn and just like there.
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 I apologize to her for
won't-
letting her die.
I won't kill you, probably.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm sorry for trying to knock you unconscious.
Oh my god.
I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry that you had to. But I am sorry that I'm happy that you're feeling better.
I don't think that was really an apology. Just throwing that out there. You should work on that. I mean, I'm socially awkward, but like even I know how to like apologize.
What is Alchemist Fire?
I don't know. I feel like on a scale of like 1 to 20, my charisma's at about a 9.
I kind of want to go to sleep right now.
Oh yeah, we should. I want to wait till the
Can we
day.
knock you out again?
No, we're not. No, we're not knocking her out again.
Okay.
She kind of like she
I'm
starts
just
reaching
gonna
for her
drag
rapier.
Baron
and, like,
away.
There.
to
I'm
the
not
corner.
gonna.
I'm gonna drag Baron to the other corner of the room. I'm just like,
Can we go to an actual room with beds now?
Please.
What if there's more werewolves and
There's no more. They're dead.
What if there's more? Obviously, Strahd has the hots for this streak. So like,
If there's more, we'll handle it. But we all need rest.
Yeah, let's go to bed. I'm feeling rest.
okay.
nighty
Well,
night.
I'm just gonna tell them to let Irina and this might stay there.
I love how we can remember one but not the other. Yes. Okay.
And I always remember the lady's name.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna go to bed.
Okay.
I want to do something when it's daytime.
Okay, now where are you guys sleeping? You guys going to go back to?
Just back to the rooms.
Okay, well, Cruz and Alina were in a room. Varen and Mira, you guys were originally sleeping in the stables.
So I'm just gonna tell them to sleep in the same room. We should probably not like be apart.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys all squeeze into the same room. A couple of you sleeping on the floor. You see, as you're going out, you see like the Mardikovs dealing with the injuries of their friends, and in the room, the Raven calls have reduced a little bit, and you do Make a perception check. Just
Everybody or
yeah, just like peeking out the window to see if you see anything.
Oh hey! I got a 21.
I
It's
got
11.
19.
I got a not a 21. Not a 21. No, 15.
I got a 21.
Okay, so pretty much everyone except Varen. But you do see a few people moving outside. It looks to be they look to be just normal humans, naked, who are wandering around, and you notice that they are a few of them are carrying what look to be dead ravens in their arms.
I'm like, is everybody
And
in this town naked? Like, are they all
I can't
ravens?
believe we've wandered into a nudist community.
And they are carrying dead ravens in their arms, and they just kind of carry them off into the woods.
Like, I'm not complaining. I'm just confused.
It makes me so sad that like all of my perception rolls so far this session have been lower than my passive perception. Like I could just not pay attention, I'd still be better at it.
Alright, so you guys all turn in for the night. You do finally manage to get a full night's rest, although you're waking up pretty late in the morning.
4 hours.
I had
Yeah, well, except for
point of
there.
exhaustion.
What's that?
I had 1 point of exhaustion for my frenzy,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So you,
so I got that.
yeah. Mira, when you wake up, your body still aches like hell.
I let Mara take one of the beds, and I slept on the floor.
Yeah, your body still aches like hell. You feel just incredibly sluggish, like it's like almost a dead hangover. It's a hangover from being dead, essentially.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so right now you are at a -3 to all your attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks
Shit.
Oh boy.
from being risen.
Not
should
dead.
Probably,
Yes.
we should probably let her like sleep more.
Let her recuperate.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it's the morning, I wanna. Oh wait, it's the morning already, right?
Yeah, you guys have woken up. It's probably you slept in a little bit, so with the exception of Varen, who probably woke up about 4 hours earlier than everybody else, you guys probably woke up around 10 or 11.
I'm gonna tell him like, oh, I want to go see if there's like a blacksmith in town. Who had all the spoons and shit?
Ooh, that's a really good idea.
Okay,
That
I'm
was
gonna
good.
ask PB if I can take like the spoons and shit.
Where are you going with the spoons?
To a. Okay, excuse me. I'm trying to talk to. I said PB. Vera. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to go to a blacksmith, see if I can like get the edge of my axe like covered in silver.
Yo, can you try and get me some like gauntlets or like silver knuckles?
You got gauntlet money?
Well, maybe I'll come with you.
Okay. I'm gonna ask I keep saying PB. Mira. Do you want to stay or do you want to go with us?
I kind of want to stay.
Okay. Can I take your spoons and
No,
stuff?
don't hit me.
No, I'm so,
Oh my god,
I'm so sorry.
this poor child.
Oh no.
Oh,
So sad.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Please
Can
don't
I? I'm so sorry. No. Okay, I'm gonna giving you your space because I understand. I'm like, can I? How many silverware do you have? How much silverware do you have?
I have 5.
Okay. I don't know. Probably that's not enough. Okay. Sorry.
I have a fork too. Here you go.
Thanks.
I don't
Okay,
have anything.
I'm not gonna take it because I don't think it's enough to like. I don't need like my whole axe covered in silver, just like the edge. But
Just a tip.
I'll take it. Just the tip.
I've got a hairbrush with silver bristles.
I'll take like the 5 pieces of silverware, and I'm gonna go head out see if there's a blacksmith in town.
Okay, Varen, you're going with her?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm gonna give Cruz his silver sword back.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
Thanks. It's cool.
Ooh,
What?
that's a good idea.
What?
I'm just gonna like try and get like fingerless gloves that are like that have like silver tipped knuckles.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
That's pretty
So I
cool.
don't have to ruin the aesthetic of having fingerless gloves / like arm wrappings.
Yeah,
Like
just
studs.
the
Yes, I'm
knuckles.
just gonna see if they can like stud my arm wrappings.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
dope.
Okay,
Silver
so we're gonna go see if there's a blacksmith in town.
Okay. As you head
Oh, seamstress.
downstairs, you notice at the front of the inn, Octavio is standing there, and he's talking to an older man in faded, sort of, well, not faded, slightly stained white robes with a gold waist wrap. And there, you hear the gentleman tell Octavio that this isn't good. The town should not have been attacked this way. And Octavio kind of agrees with him. He's just like, yeah, the town was protected. What happened? And the priest, or the guy says, he says, the bones are missing.
This sounds like some cult shit.
Bones.
And at the
We
time,
have,
Octavio looks up and he looks at you guys, and he kind of glances back at the other guy, and he kind of waves you guys over real quick.
Oh, yes.
And Octavio
Like,
continues.
I'm just gonna be like, is this gonna take so long? I got somewhere to.
They got chopping to do.
And he says,
Yeah.
we may need your help. And he turns back to the guy and he says, what do you mean they're missing? What happened? What was that sound?
Sorry, that was me.
What was that?
I made the mistake of opening a Snapchat. Ignore me.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. Mira is taking a nap. Okay.
Can we
Octav-
take
I'm
like
watching over her.
Can we take like a 2-minute break? I gotta go pee real
Yeah,
fast.
go ahead. I actually need to real quick too. So everybody go take a
2-minute
quick break so that we can use the bathroom.
Okay.
I'll go handle that then.
We'll be right back.
Same.
I'll put that in chat.
Yay!
That was pretty cool. I hear kitties. I want kitties. Where are the babies? Or is it just one? I can't even tell. It's just a pile of black.
Sorry, my cat was being mean.
It's cute. I wish
Kind
my
of like
cat
rolls over and like as you rub her tummy when she's eating.
It's disgustingly hot in here.
That was so well
I
timed.
can imagine. It's Houston.
Okay.
Okay, so Octavio is talking to the other man, and he turns back and talks to him and says, "What happened? What happened to the bones?" And the man says, he kind of turns to all of you and he says, "They were stolen from the church, and we have to get them back." And Octavio turns to you guys, and he says, "We'll need your help. Do you know who stole them?"
Bones?
Bones, yes. The bones.
Bones?
Bones?
Bones.
Bones?
Rictavio explains the bones of...
DS,
Yeah.
How dare you, detective?
I am your superior officer.
What I do,
Mom!
my bedroom is none of your concern.
Damn you. Silani's just like, what are you doing?
Oh, goodness.
Look at these socks.
He says, yes, the sacred bones of St. Andrel. They used to live in the church, and they protected the town. That is why Vallaki has not been attacked like this by Strahd for so long. His forces were not able to penetrate the town, as long as the bones were resting on hallowed ground.
Who knew where the bones were?
The priest says, myself, my assistant, and Milivaj, who I believe is the one who took them.
Great, where
it's
can we find
from
him?
the inside. Where's Milivaj?
And he says he's probably at the cemetery. He digs the graves.
Okay.
Like digs the graves as in like he physically digs them, or he really likes them.
He physically digs them. I don't know what his interests are. But I know that my assistant was with me most of yesterday. I don't think that he would have had, moved the bones. Also, the bones are weighted heavily underneath the altar. There's a great stone slab, and they has to be pried up. And Milivaj is much stronger, and he has the shovel.
Where can
Oh,
we
you have
find
the shovel. Well, there it is, right there.
Go. That's the problem solved. See, you guys go
It
get
was
it.
Colonel Mustard.
In the library
And
with the pipe.
And he says, will you go speak to him? He knows where the bones are, but I don't want to talk to him. He is...
I
To him as I crack my knuckles.
okay.
And yeah. And
Okay. Where's the? I'm gonna ask him. Is there a blacksmith in town that we can go to?
yeah.
first?
Actually, Cruz, were you staying behind, or were you going with them to the
Yeah,
blacksmith?
I'm with Mira.
You're with Mira. Okay. Rictavio does tell you that there is a blacksmith further along the western edge of town, just past the church.
Is it on the way to the graveyard?
He says you would pass the graveyard on the way.
Okay. Well, fine. We'll go to the graveyard first.
Okay. You...
So it's just me and Baron?
Yeah, it's just you and Varen.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys head over to the grave. Actually, no, it's you, Varen, and Rictavio, and the
This went so well last time we split the party.
yes, but it's daylight now, so it's
That's true.
maybe, who
And
knows?
we're not like unconscious or at 5 hit points.
Yeah, we're strong and healthy now.
And you know, maybe at some point we'll even hit level 5, so I'll have a few more hit points to spare.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
thought we were at level 5.
We're at level 4.
Okay, yes, okay.
That's right. You guys are at 4th level.
Then let's go to the graveyard.
Okay, so you head to the graveyard with Rictavio and the older man who is introduced as Father Lucian Petrovich.
Oh,
He's
delicious.
the local priest. They head to the graveyard, and you do find Milivaj currently being harangued by a much younger, scrawnier man who's just kind of like... Milivaj is kind of a bulky... He's probably like really early 20s guy who is... It looks like he could probably beat down this other person who's in priest robes, but the other person is much scrawnier and smaller and has him by the cuff, and he's like shaking him. And he's just like,
I assume this is like your assistant.
and the father goes over there, and he's just like, yes, here he goes again. And he kind of runs over, and you see the younger, like scrawnier man just kind of smack this other guy, the bigger guy around, and he just takes it. And as you get closer, you notice that the bigger guy just looks very guilty, and there are kind of like tear streaks down his face.
I'm gonna go and break up the fight.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm just gonna like take the scrawny guy just by the scruff of the neck and just put him like 5 feet away.
And he
Mama cat.
Yeah. He just managed to lift him up and just set him aside. He's kind of nonplussed at first, but he's just shaking and kind of, he's one of those like people who just like trembles in rage and just upset, and just, he also has tear streaks down his face, and he's just like, I can't believe you did this. You have any idea how many people died?
Just holding him up.
Detective Diaz.
Just like, I'm just gonna be like, are you done?
And he's just like, you don't understand. He stole the bones.
No, we know
Okay,
exactly what's going on.
We know
Calm
what's
the fuck
going
down.
on. Just calm down. What are you gonna get out of this? What are you gonna get out of this?
Beat up is what he's gonna get out of this.
I'm gonna direct myself to the Milavage.
Mhm.
I remember that name, but I can't remember his part.
Lavage.
Yeah. Milavage. Okay.
And be like, what happened?
And he just kind of mumbles incoherently at first.
Speak up!
Speak up.
And he says, I'm sorry. I didn't think that it was real. I thought it was a myth that the bones protect the town. I just wanted to feed my siblings, and a guy
With
offered me
bones?
money for them. No,
Oh.
there was a guy who offered me money, and I didn't think anyone would miss them. They're just a bunch of old bones.
Okay, hold up. Did this guy have fur or fangs or both?
And he's like, no, it
What
was,
color was his hair?
it's kind of brownish. It's Henrik, the coffin maker. He said he
Great,
knew-
where can we find him?
Where can we find him?
he's where he has, where is he at? I have
Making
it on my
coffins?
thing. Where is it at? Oh, there he goes. He's at his coffin maker shop where he
Great, where?
always is.
A coffin okay, I'm gonna like slap the Grave Creeper upside the head, and I'm gonna tell the scrawny guy, don't pick fights with people bigger than you. And I'm just gonna walk off
Okay.
with Fabio, where I'm assuming he knows where the coffin maker is.
Yes, and he says the coffin maker shop is all the way on the other side of town.
Oh
Great,
my
let's
god!
Yeah.
I got shit to do, guys. Alina's just like, oh, I had plans for today.
No, we didn't.
I got to go to the blacksmith.
We can go to
Okay.
the blacksmith later.
You know how long it's
Let's-
gonna take to get my.
let's-
Whatever.
Wait, we can stop at the blacksmith. We can stop there on the way.
Okay, and then I'm gonna be weaponless.
Mm.
for the
I can
night.
punch things for you. I
Hey,
mean,
you
I
know
don't
Her lethal weapon is those hands.
catch these hands.
Okay, I'm just go to the coffin maker. I'm gonna beat the crap out of him.
You're gonna beat the crap out of the coffin maker.
Yeah, Alina's like very annoyed right now.
Okay. So you stomp down the streets all the way to the other side of town with Octavio and Varen in tow, and you do find just an old ramshackle shop with just a closed wooden door, and the windows are barred, or like covered in wood. There's no.
Okay. Can I just open the door?
It is locked.
Mm.
I would like to
Kick it
shout.
down?
Do you want to shout first, or you want to let her kick her down first?
I'm gonna do it at the same time. Like while she's kicking, I'm just gonna be like, Henrik, get your dirty, gross, bribing, like vampire Strahd loving ass out here.
I'm gonna kick the door down.
Oh, I just realized that our video feeds switched because I think PB you logged off.
Yeah.
So when we came back on, yeah, Mira is in Varen's spot, and Varen's in Alina's spot, and
Whoops.
Alina's in Mira's spot.
Whoops.
Cruz, you're fine. little shuffle. Anyway, so you scream at him, and then Alina, go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay, please don't let me down because I'm supposed to be very strong. I could. It's not that bad. What's my strength modifier? Oh, okay. So it's not. Okay, it's okay. With my strength modifier is 18.
18. Okay. You manage to burst open this locked door, and inside you see a kind of wild-looking, just frazzled man with just white hair, just kind of sticking all directions. And you
What was
burst. What's that?
Sorry.
You burst in, and he just kind of moves away from you, and he's like, "Go away! We're closed."
Too bad. I'm gonna. What was the name of the coffin maker?
His name is Henrik. Yeah, Henrik.
And they. Sorry.
What is his full name? It was Henrik something. Let me see.
Henrik something.
Oh yeah, this is the name I hate. Henrik van der Voot.
Van der Voot. Okay.
Henrik van der Voot.
And he said the guy had brown hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he
this
has like
guy
brownish hair. He has brownish hair, but he's old.
So does this guy have white hair or brownish hair?
He has white hair or brown hair that has gone white. So there's probably still.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, "Are you Henrik?"
And he's just like, yes.
I'm gonna grab him by the throat and be like, "Where are the bones?"
He chokes and he's just started.
I'm not squeezing. I'm not squeezing him. I'm just grabbing by the throat. And be like,
Yeah, you're still grabbing him, and he can't really talk while you're grabbing him by the throat.
I mean, it's not hard.
He's making sounds.
Okay, then I'm
can't
just gonna grab him by the scruff of like just the shirt.
Paulina,
like,
why don't we take this inside?
Where's the bone? I'm inside.
Okay.
I'm like, where are the bones?
And he says, "I took them to the old ladies at the windmill
Are you fucking kidding me?
Why?
because I was told to. That's what
By
Vasily
who?
told me to do."
Playing
So you
bone
just do what
telephone.
you're told to do?
What did you say?
Telebone.
I'm just gonna be like, so you just do what you're told to do?
He's like, "No,
whoever
he
tells
paid
you
me good money."
Oh,
my
good, more
God, what
bribery.
is with you people being sold out? Like, oh my
Jesus.
God.
Okay, to be fair, this town has been cut off from the rest of the universe for quite some time, so there's not a whole lot of interesting trade that happened.
I'm just gonna tell him, like, because you took those fucking bones, people died last night. This is your fault. I'm gonna make him feel bad as shit.
He's like, "I'm a coffin maker."
Well, I hope you have enough time to work overtime, bitch.
You should take the money from him.
He just says,
Yeah.
"Yes."
I'm gonna be like, where's the money that they gave you?
And he's like, and you see kind of, there's a coin purse kind of sitting on a counter, and he just kind of glances at it, but looks away,
I'm gonna
hoping
take
that you
it.
don't notice.
I'm gonna take it.
And he's like, "Oh." You take it, and there's about 100 gold in there.
I'm taking it. I'm like, this is for the people you killed.
Are you gonna keep it?
Oh, damn, keep it.
Okay,
I'm
all right.
I'm gonna
All right.
add 100 gold
And
to
he's
my
just like, I'm sorry, I didn't think that there's anything about it, but I mean, just don't take my pies. Just whatever you do, don't take my pies.
His
I need
pies?
pies.
those. You see,
You should take his pies.
you see, there are kind of crumbs around his mouth, and then on the table, there's like 4 or 5 like little mince pies, just sitting on the table, and he kind of sees you look at them, and he goes over and he just kind of gathers them and he kind of tucks them away, and he's like, "You can have the money, just don't take my pies."
Why the pies? I'm gonna knock him out of his hand.
He's like, "No," he's scrambling on the floor, like trying to gather the pies, and like a couple of them have broken apart, and he's like grabbing like the pieces and putting them back into the bowl or into the pie pans
That's so nasty.
That's
off
gross.
the floor, not caring that there's dust covered in
I
them.
get it. Okay, I know this is funny, but like Elena's just like genuinely pissed that like they did something to like hurt the town. Just like,
Yeah.
okay, where are these ladies that paid you?
And he's like, "The ladies didn't pay me. It was Vasily. Vasily. He paid me to take the bones out of the town and take them to the old ladies at the windmill."
Okay, what do the old ladies at the windmill need them for?
He says, I don't know.
Where can we find this dude?
Vasily?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes,
He
Vasily.
just comes
Christ.
and goes as he chooses.
Fucking amazing. All right, we're going on a field trip. Let's go.
Well, we gotta go with the other people because the windmill's like half a day's journey from, right? Like,
Let's see, where are you at? You are, yeah, it's about, you passed it like halfway, halfway from
Okay.
Barovia to.
I'm gonna go get out of here. Just gonna do the. I hope you enjoy your pies. Your dirt.
And you see him on the floor, and he's just kind of quietly like sobbing, just the most pathetic sight, and just like holding his broken pies.
Oh my god.
I feel a little
It is
bad,
so
but I
sad.
also don't feel bad. Okay, I'm gonna go to the blacksmith.
Okay. So you guys rush back across the town. At this point, Rictavio decides to kind of leave you to do that. He's going back to pack up some of his things to be ready to kind of help you guys at the windmill. Because you guys are heading out to the windmill after this, right?
Yep.
Okay, so he goes back to the inn to kind of get his stuff together. And
I'm gonna go to the blacksmith.
okay, so you head back down to the other side of town to the blacksmith. You see, as with everything in this whole place, everything's ramshackle and kind of falling apart. And it's a very small blacksmith. The shop doors are kind of propped open, and you see there's all sorts of like weapons hanging from around the walls, and there's like an open door that leads to the back where you can hear someone hammering at the forge.
I'm just gonna be like, hello.
You hear a woman say, "Yes."
Do you have any silver weapons?
Woman comes. The hammering stops, and a woman comes out of the back of the forge. Heavy, thick leather apron. She's kind of covered in soot. I don't know what your definition of hot is. She's an older woman. She's probably like in her late 40s. Kind of dusky
I was
brown.
just joking.
Yeah, kind of dusky hair, shot through with white, and just kind of done up in a messy bun.
I'm gonna.
And she just kind of wipes some of the soot off her face, and she says, "Silver? No.
Yes.
We know there's not much silver around here. I have steel."
We brought you silver.
We have like 5 silverware.
She looks at the bundle of forks in your hand, or spoons and the fork in your hand, and she's like, "You're wanting what? Out of that?"
I just need the edges of my great axe to be dipped in silver. Just the
tip.
She says,
Is this enough?
she grabs the bundle of forks from you, and she has really strong hands, and she just yanks them right out of your hand. She looks at him over, and she says, "Let me see your axe.
Damn.
Hand it
Just
over."
like- just gonna.
Okay, she grabs it one-handed, turns it over, and she looks at it for a moment. She says, "Yeah, I can probably do just the tip."
Hey.
So, quick question: is there any way to weave any silver into, and I just like show her my arm wraps,
Weave silver?
or like stud them at all?
Silver like knuckle studs.
Well, you'd have to probably bring me more silver. I have
Okay.
enough here to do her axe, but that's pretty much it.
How long
Cool.
is it gonna take you to do the axe?
You just need it coated.
Yes, just
Like-
the tip.
I could have it to you by morning.
Fuck.
I have a lot on my plate right now,
How long? How much is that?
especially after the attack last night.
Yes. How much is that to have it to do it? I provided you with the materials, so how much is just the?
You did. I will say you can give me 8 gold.
If I give you 25 gold, can you have it any sooner?
She says, "Do you have 25 gold to give?" "Yes, I can. Give me a couple hours. I can have it to you sooner."
Okay, I'm gonna give her 25 gold.
Okay.
What's that? I'm trying to do math now. I know. Okay. Okay. Let's just use it. Okay.
Okay. So she takes your great axe. It's your great axe that you're having done, right?
Yes, my great
Okay.
axe.
Yeah. She takes her great axe, and takes it to the back with the pile of silver spoons and forks. Are you guys gonna wait here? You got a couple
What?
hours to kill.
What time of day is it?
At this point, let's see. You guys woke up probably around 11 or so. It's probably like midday.
And how long does it take to get to the windmill?
About half a day. So if you guys
If we leave
at-
now, that would. Okay, so we'd probably have to leave in the morning. Because
If you
I'm
want-
axeless. I'm axeless, and there's like creatures at night.
Wait, so hold up. So what I'm hearing is you just paid a woman 25 gold to have it ready sooner in the morning, but we're not gonna leave till morning anyway.
I paid her 25 gold to have it before nightfall.
Right, but if we're not gonna leave till the morning anyway.
Well, I don't. If something happens that night, I don't want to not have my axe.
Oh my god, okay. All right.
I want to have it for the nighttime because I don't know if you noticed, but werewolves are a thing here, and because of some dumb bones, they're gonna be a thing here. So just putting that out there.
Some friggin' bones.
All right. So bone.
Bone.
Mhm.
Detective Diaz, I am your superior officer.
I just paid her 25 gold to be safe at night.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
So we have a couple hours to kill.
Yeah. Mira and Cruz, are you guys gonna be doing anything at the end, or are you guys just chilling?
Mira's
Is
probably
there-
gonna watch Cruise and be like,
Is there anywhere else that
You're
they
just gonna watch
buy?
each other?
Just watch.
Just staring awkward at each other for most of the day.
Just talk about each other. So what's your life like back home? You know, in the regular world.
well, I never got hit before.
Really?
What made you decide to
You
go
know,
adventuring?
and I was a noble, and I kind of,
Wait.
I'm not really comfortable.
You were a
I kind of wish
noble.
my sister was here.
Baron, you're not there.
That's okay. That's okay, honey. You don't have to talk to me. It's okay. Just
Can I,
I'm here to take care of you.
before we leave the blacksmith, can I ask her if there's any other place in town where they would sell silver weapons?
She says, no, there's not a lot of silver that goes around, but I'm willing to help you. And if you bring me any kind of silver, I can make things.
I got 60 silver pieces.
Ooh.
Fucking dagger.
What do you want out of it?
A dagger?
A dagger out of 60 silver.
Is that possible?
Enough, nah.
She says, it would be a very small dagger, but it is possible.
Okay, so no, that's not. No, that's
And
not
you would have to pay for the labor.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, hold
is
up.
there anywhere in town where we can find silver?
She says not for purchase, but you know, you could always hit up the Vistani. They have all sorts of things. They travel, come and go.
Alright, but the ones that are outside the town, they're the mean ones, right?
She says,
Yeah.
I don't really deal with them very often.
Alina,
Yes.
hang on. Let me I turned to the blacksmith. How many silver pieces would it take to like infuse slash weave slash put like silver studs on my arm wrappings?
Studs. She says,
Or like silver thread or whatever.
Yeah,
she
probably
said,
like,
well, I don't know what you mean by weaving, but I could do studs.
probably like a piece. Per
Let's
stud.
see if we did.
Probably like a piece or two a piece per
Yeah,
stud.
I'm thinking like
For
2 or 3
knuckle?
a piece. So she would say it'd probably be, I would say about 40 gold or 40 silver pieces to be able to
Oh,
make
shit.
each studs all over, knuckle studs.
Okay, so
Or
that's
gloves.
the equivalent of 4 gold. And what's labor cost?
What did she say last time? She said it was about 8.
It was like,
Well, it depends. Do you want them as fast as your friend's axe?
No, I can wait till morning.
Morning. I'll do it for we're making new things, so I would say 10 gold for labor.
Okay. I trade Alina 4 gold for her 40 pieces.
okay.
And then I hand over my wraps and I hand over the silver and the gold.
All right.
So I'm gonna mark off 14 gold.
All right. Silver studded hand wraps. Okay. Hand wraps. And she says, "Okay, I will have these to you by morning.
Thank you.
Come by, yeah, whenever you're up."
We should
We're about.
get
what's that?
Mayra something. We should get Mayra something that's
What would you
silver.
like to do?
'Cause she's the only one that doesn't have something silver now.
Oh. We should get her daggers, but like,
That's what I was trying to do, but like we don't have enough silver.
you're right. Yeah,
Y'all should have brought her daggers and
yeah.
Yeah, well, she's scared of us.
yeah, that would kind of be bad to disarm her.
I'm sorry,
Mhm.
Well, we can always check with the Vistani and see.
but we should.
How do
Do
we know
that
who the
quick.
cool Vestani are?
Well, we heard that the Vistani outside of this town were not the cool ones. That the ones
Right.
that work for Strahd.
Right. But like
So-
also if we're going back toward Barovia anyway, like
I mean, yeah, but like, how far away are the Vistani outside of town? How far away out of town?
The ones that are near Vallaki are right outside the village.
Oh,
Like
can we
like a mile.
go? Can we go see if they have silver or silver daggers? Well, probably silver because we don't need that much to coat a dagger, right? Wouldn't be that
Just a
much.
tip, not really.
It'd be the whole thing this time, so not just.
We should wrap today's session since it's 8 o'clock, but you guys can think about what you're gonna do next.
We'll think about it.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you guys for hanging out, and let's see, we will be back here next week, same time, same channel. Yay!
yeah.
Mira's alive!
Yay! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I tried to knock you unconscious and then left you to die.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I
Scared
left
to
you in
death
the
ever.
street.
And my mouse just died, so this is the perfect time for me to reset my computer.
Nice.
Oh God.
All right, you guys have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye, guys.